from the healthimpactnews.com by Terri LaPoint. It was a great article. Matter of fact, I got to put that in the chat room here. You got to read this article. Well, I covered it. It took me 2 nights to cover it. That was only going to take me 20 minutes. Took me 2 nights to cover it. It was pathetic. I couldn't believe this story. Well, anyway, she wrote this story and exposed this Dr. Hoffman, who tells an 8-year-old boy, if it were up to me, you'd never see your little mommy and daddy again, after they already kidnapped her, because the parents, well, they dared to get a second opinion. Oh, how dare her. Well, this Terri LaPoint, I'm in contact with her. She wants to come on the program, and she's very welcome. She's got a huge resume. She's an investigative reporter for Health Impact News, for the Medical Kidnap Division, background in home birth midwifery. She holds a BS in cultural anthropology and world missions and a minor in behavioral science from Toca Falls Bible College. She also speaks publicly. So I'm looking forward to have her on. I'm supposed to have contact with her tomorrow. I'm looking forward for that conversation. But this Dr. Hoffman, you know about her because I bitched about her ever since I read this article. I want you to know big hospitals take kids away for families for stuff like this. That's what she tells the mother because she wanted a second opinion. I hope you have a good attorney. We're going to have your behind, she says. Really? Well, I called her up. And I wanted to get her comments on this story. I was in it professional. I wasn't rude. And the receptionist that I spoke to was very nice to me, I got to admit. And I got a call back today. I was on my bike. I was going out. I had to get stuff. And it finally stopped raining. So I said, well, this is my only chance. It's been raining all day here in New York. Sunny Deer Park. Yeah. So anyway, I contacted the doctor several times, and I wanted to get her comments. I was going to be professional. It was going to be nice, I was trying to get her on the show. Well, I get this call from her office. Jake is his name, and so I want to share this real quick, and then we're going to get Isabella on here. We got to get her on. We got to get her story. But this is what this shows exactly what these people are. How much no care that they have. I mean, there is no care at all, and then they have more. How do you get to that point? I don't know. Again, these are things my brain just simply cannot process. I don't know. I can't figure it out. I don't know. He says, I want to have your email address so I can send you our official statement. Again, you know how I feel about these freaking statements. A statement? You put a statement on a piece of paper. Well, now it's on the record. What? No. I don't want a statement. I don't want a written statement. I want to hear from you. You know how it is. All these politicians, when they don't want to really answer the question, and if there's something in that statement that is off, well, they can say, well, my receptionist screwed up, and, spell check gave it the wrong word, and, somebody spelled coffee on it. It wasn't my fault. I didn't really say it. I mean, that's how these people are. So anyway, I knew this statement was going to be bogus, and he was very nice. Jake, I got to admit, Jake was very nice. Well, I wrote him back a letter, and I invited her on the show again, and I'm serious. I would like to have her take. I want to hear directly from this doctor. I want to hear her side. I'm not being sarcastic or facetious. I'm serious. I want to hear her side. I mean, there's always two sides to the issue, right? Well, I want to hear her side. Well, by not coming on, by not acknowledging, by not talking, by not speaking about it, you're admitting your guilt. So that she is obviously guilty. If she wasn't guilty, she wouldn't have a problem. Again, on the phone and said, no, I'm not guilty. It's bogus. I got the evidence here, blah, 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 blah. Did that happen? No, it did not. No, it did not. So he calls me up. He says, give me your email address, and I'll quickly send you over that statement. I says, all right, So I wrote him back, and I invited her on again, but she'll never come on. I mean, cowards aren't going to do that. They're going to have to admit their guilt, and, they're not going to do that. Come on. So anyway, I want to read this real quick. We've got to get Isabella on here. It says, "Thank you for the quick chat. I'm sorry to call you while you were in the car, even though I told him I was on my bike. But that's all right. And there was cars going by, so it was kind of hard to hear. As I mentioned, we can't discuss any patient's situations." Of course they can. And I wasn't, I was talking about the article. And they knew exactly what it was. You've got to read that article. "As I mentioned, we can't discuss any patient situations because of the patient privacy laws. But I wanted to share our response to the story you referenced in your message. Thank you, Jake." So here it is. Here's their official statement. This goes to show just how callous, how low, how meaningless these people are. This statement means nothing. But I have to share it. I have to share this statement. "A recent internet story contained gross misstatements." Oh, really? Really? Gross misstatements, you say now? Of course it is. Of course it is. "A recent internet story contained gross misstatements about Children's Mercy, including fabricated quotes attributed falsely to our staff." Really? All made up. This 8-year-old boy just made this stuff up. This 8-year-old boy just made it all up. All right. The parents, they made it all up. All right. Well, then why is the child away from the parent? Huh? Oh, well, but. Children's Mercy is obligated to follow the law. Oh, yeah, well, yeah, you are obligated to follow the law. The problem is you don't. Children's Mercy is obligated. I'll never get through this freaking thing. I got to hurry up because we got to get Isabella on here. Children's Mercy is obligated to follow the law, to report suspected child abuse to duly constituted legal authorities, including the Missouri Department of Social Services and the Kansas Department for Children and Families. Every hospital must report suspected abuse. Yeah. You don't make it up. You just report it. But you made it up. The state then investigates. Really? How did you investigate when you only heard one side? Now, how the hell is that an investigation? Huh? The state then investigates, and when it determines it to be appropriate, when they get off their fat ass, takes action to protect the child. Really? What action are you taking to protect the children? This is all BS. I got to get through this, though. Let's hurry up. Children's Mercy also follows all laws designated to protect our patients' confidentiality. Yeah. For that reason, we cannot comment on any individual matter. We also support an environment of open discussion and comment on our social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter. That is why it was a very difficult decision for us to remove links to this internet story, as well as related comments from our Facebook page. They got their butts whooped on Facebook. Thank God for Facebook. And thank God for people finally speaking out. There's another piece of good news. Finally, people are starting to speak out, and that's what it's going to take. That's what it's going to take. Well, they went on Facebook. They went on Twitter. And thanks to that article, and thank you very much, Terri LaPoint. And I do look forward to having you on my program. It's going to be a good show. She's smart, too. And I listened to another show she did. This is a smart cookie. She knows what the hell she's talking about. And she's got a lot to say. And she's passionate, just like me. So thanks to her story, people got outraged. And they had to do something about it. So they remove all their Facebook stuff, and they take everything down. And it's like, oh, you coward. You got to take everything down because you don't want any bad press? Well, here's how you don't get bad press. Here's how you do it. It's pretty simple. You don't do bad things. For the love of God. My God almighty. I mean, there it is, right there. How do you people not know this? You don't kidnap children. You don't talk to them like that. You don't use them as lab rats. You don't use children for money. And you don't like bad press. Well, I don't like bad people. But beyond its gross inaccuracies, really, gross inaccuracies, kind of like this letter. But beyond its gross inaccuracies, God, there goes my broken left-handed tongue again, right on schedule. But beyond its gross inaccuracies, regarding our dedicated staff, yeah, you're dedicated to kidnapping children and getting money, the story also has spurred profanity and threats. Oh, really? Really? Profanity and threats. Oh, let's see what the first threat was. I want you to know big hospitals take kids away from families for this kind of stuff. That's a threat. I want you to know big hospitals take kids away from families for this kind of stuff. That's a threat. I hope you have a good attorney. We're going to have your behind. That's another threat. So, what the hell were you talking about here, Jake? Huh? Profanity and threats? Really? Neither of which will we tolerate in our hospitals. Oh, really? Well, you know what? American people aren't going to tolerate you kidnapping their children anymore. How about that? Which we will not tolerate in our hospitals, clinics, or on our social media platforms. Yeah, bunch of cowards. For more than 100 years, our top priority has been the health, safety, and well-being of children. Yeah, really? We are truly saddened that we have had to take this step on our Facebook page. Oh, yeah, we're so sad that we had to remove all the dirt that shows us guilty. But believe it is in the best interest of our patients, families, and staff. Oh, it's always in the best interest. No, it's in the best interest of you, in your pocketbook, in your cover-up. Oh, give me this. Come on, Jake. Come on, Jake. You could have written a better letter than this. Come on. Anyway, he finishes. We greatly appreciate our community's continued trust in us. Really? You don't have any trust in anybody anymore. Zip it, Zippy. For our mission. What mission? Mission to improve health and well-being of all children in our community and beyond. What are you going to go to the moon? Go to Mars? You're going to kidnap Martian children now? What the hell are you talking about, Jake? Huh? Signed, Jake Jacobson, the manager, National Media Relations, at Children's Mercy, 2401 Gilham Road, Kansas City, Missouri, 64108. Well, there you have it. That's their official response. That's their response. That's what they said.